Hey, it's Jody Taylor, snackysays.com. Welcome back to my podcast. I thought that I was going to be one take Taylor and knock this episode out. This is my fourth or fifth take at this point. Let's get into it. Let's hope for a smooth episode. I'm chitty chatting this episode, and I wanted to talk about upcoming podcast episodes, some time sensitive conferences, virtual conferences that I'm attending this week. And I'm sharing because I thought you might be interested. I have a beer recommendation or two and a couple of random things. Let's get into it. Number one, I am 1 inch taller than I thought I was. I did not know this. And I think it's because what happened was when I was younger, I was like really into how tall I was, what my height was. And never about how much I weighed. And that's ironic because I feel like I talk about that a fair bit or something related to it. And so when I was 13, I was 5'8". And I remember when I was 17, I grew another 2 inches. And so then I was 5'10", right? Meanwhile, my twin brother has been saying on and off, like just in conversation will randomly come up. He would say like, I'm 5'11". And then I would say, no, I'm not 5'11". I'm 5'10". And we have a little conversation about it. Forget it. So we had this conversation. I forget how it came up. I didn't even know what we were talking about. And he pulls out a tape measure. I'll be damned. I'm 5'11". I had no idea. But it kind of makes sense because I don't even remember the last time I got measured. Like, I think they only do that when you see a pediatrician, right? Okay. So there it is. I'm 5'11". I don't even know how to feel about this. I kind of feel like I want to do it. I need a second opinion. It's so strange, but it kind of makes sense though. But it's only 1 inch, so maybe I'll just stick to being 5'10". It's been so long. I'm just so used to saying that and believing that I'm 5'10". Okay, let's move on. Next, natural deodorant blows. Fight me or recommend me a damn good one. The last 4 or 5 months, I've been wearing aluminum-free deodorant. I've never been so smelly in my life. I just could not take it anymore. I'm grandfathered into aluminum deodorant until there's a better alternative. I'm going to have to roll the dice. I know it's not the best thing for my health. But sometimes doing the best thing will have you hungry and smelly. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I can't. Today is my first day wearing aluminum deodorant in like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 months, and I feel so fresh. I feel so fresh. I was just tired. I thought after a few months my body would adjust and it would hold up. And you know what too? I bought it in the winter and I was like, I don't think this is really working, but it was winter. And at least around here, the summer was like a very slow start. It was practically cold. Like there was nobody turned on any air conditioner or anything like that. So yeah. And now I hear, I'm probably late to this. Now I hear fluoride isn't good, or maybe I heard that before it's not good in your toothpaste. Yeah. I'm going to have to be grandfathered on that one too. I just can't. I'm sorry. Not sorry at all. Okay, let's move on. Next, coming up you know what? I have a important circle back. So the last podcast episode, I shared 4 workout challenges that you could start in the next few weeks. And I mentioned Kaisa Fit's athletic glutes and that you couldn't buy it standalone. And maybe because I have a membership, I tried looking at it incognito on the web, and I still didn't see the option. But funny enough, I opened a newsletter from her this morning, and she mentions it at the bottom. I click on it, and there it is. It was like $49, I think. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes, and I'm going to edit the original podcast post show notes so that if you're interested in a athletic glutes program, you want to work on your glutes, it's 3 times a week. Standalone is $49. Membership, her fitness membership, I believe don't get me to line. It's like over $100 for a year. But the last time I checked, which was when I was looking to see if it was a standalone, was she was having a 25% off sale. She always seems to be having a sale, and I love that about KaisaFit. I love that. I've worked with her customer service a few times over the years, and they're always so kind and sweet. And I find her to be just like super generous. Like some fitness folks have sales like once a year, every couple of months. She seems to want to make it as accessible as possible. So for my money, I would probably just purchase a membership because then you'd have access to everything. But the membership is monthly or annually. If you buy it standalone, you'll own it forever. So it's really up to you. Before her membership, I bought a ton. Like she would put something out and I would just buy it. So I have a lot of standalone things from her. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, time sensitive. There are 2 virtual conferences coming up. One is Low Ticket Live. It says, get inspired to create your next high value, low ticket offer with creative ideas from the top innovative brains in the online business world. That's July 10th to 13th, 4 days, 28 speakers. I'm attending this because the last few years I've bought a series of low ticket offers, just as they're describing. So I bought things from Leonie Dawson. Who else? Elizabeth Goddard. I'm going to put examples in the show notes because they're like, I was going to say 4. There's probably like 12 things that I've bought more than that, a lot. I bought a lot of things the last few years. Virtual like mini courses, guides, ebooks. There are websites that I've never been on again, but like, you go on the internet, you go down these rabbit holes, and I've gone on a website and been like, oh, this looks like a good cookbook, or this looks like a good ebook. I don't subscribe to these folks. I love a good offer that is meaningful and significant to me in that moment, or sometimes I want to support someone. Millionaire Hoy is a really good example. So before he had his membership, his fitness membership, if he was selling a t-shirt, I would buy the t-shirt. Like sometimes you just want to support somebody. Do I need another Millionaire Hoy t-shirt? No. Will I be getting them? Yup. Okay, so that's one, the Low Ticket Live. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to say about these offers, this conference appeals to me because I think, like, just if you think about conversations you have with folks, I know with me, like, I'll be talking to somebody and I'm like, you should make a course about that. That could be a book. You can make a video about that. Like, sometimes you're spending time talking to folks for free, and it's really helpful, but you could also turn that into I should take my own advice. I have an ebook after taking a course on $9 offers, which must have been from Elizabeth Goddard. I'll put the link in the show notes. I actually already had most of the ebook written, and in truth, I never released it, and it turned into a bunch of the podcast episodes that you heard in the last year. Fun fact. So I guess I should take my own advice. Okay. Maybe I will, after attending this conference, come up with a $9 offer. The other one, starting on the same day, July 10th, is the Copy Chat. Craft kick-ass content that attracts clients, makes money, and creates a massive movement online. It's not mentioned here, but I saw in a follow-up email, and both of these virtual conferences are free, that if you upgrade to the... you know how these free conferences, you can always get like a bundle or all of the access to all of the videos. I think it's $30 or less, but 100% of the proceeds will go to a suicide prevention organization. I don't have all the details in front of me, but I just wanted to put that out there. Sorry I didn't say a trigger warning or something like that, because I know it might be upsetting topic for some. It's something that's come up a couple of times recently. Like I saw a post on LinkedIn. So if that's something you want to support, I'm just putting it out there because it doesn't seem to be in the Copy that I'm looking at right now. But in a follow-up email, I saw that that's where the proceeds would go. Okay, so if it sounds like I'm being vague about both of these conferences, it's because I just found out about them in the last week. I've never attended them before. So this isn't a full recommendation. It's like, hey, I'll be attending some of these sessions and you might be interested too. It's time sensitive, so I'm sharing it. And again, I'll put examples of some not $9 offers. Some of them were $5 or $7. Some of them might have been $20, but I'll put different examples. It might get your juices flowing. Whether or not you decide to attend this session, you might take a look and be like, oh, I could do a video on that, or oh, I could put a cookbook together. You know, it's basically just a PDF. So, and it wasn't like Kindle. Like I've gotten all the ebooks I've gotten from folks which were one-offs. I went on their website and I was like, oh, vegan Christmas cookie recipes, say less fam, purchase, and never went on the website again. What else did I want to talk about? We're over 10 minutes. I guess I'll end here. Beer recommendation. I have a beer recommendation for you. I recently got Schoefferhofer grapefruit beer. Really yummy, really refreshing. The can is, dare I say, bigger than I would like. I wish it was like a smaller can for some reason. It's probably because I'm not having like the right snacks. I probably need like a snack that goes well with grapefruit beer, and then I would enjoy a larger beer. I still enjoy it. Yeah, I need the right. If you have any snack ideas for grapefruit beer, holla at me. Let's talk a little bit about beer, and then I'm going to end things here. And I feel like this will be another episode because there was something else I wanted to talk about. All right, let's talk about beer, and then I'll get into the other thing. So beers that I like: Hoegaarden, Stella Artois. If it's Jamaican beer, Red Stripe. Korean beer, Hite, 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 or Cloud. Those are the only two Korean beers that I drink. I know Cass is probably more popular, but I just don't like it. And Japanese Asahi. What I like about both Japanese and Korean beers is the seasonal flavors, which I haven't seen here. But to be fair, I really haven't been drinking beer that much since I got back to the States a couple of years ago. And where I live now, it's not, they don't sell it in the supermarket. Like you got to go to some place that just sells alcohol. In Korea and in New York, it'd be in the supermarket. So it's easy. I don't know. Maybe I just like one-stop shopping. Anyway, if you're ever in Korea or Japan, check out their seasonal beer. Like I've had Cherry Blossom beer, for example. What's another one that I had? I can see it so clearly in my mind, but the flavor escapes me. All right, I think I'm just going to keep chatting because I wanted to talk about upcoming episodes, podcast episodes. I'll leave it. And, yeah, I'll leave it. Well, no, I won't. I'll just say really quickly, things that are coming up on the podcast in the next 2 to 3 months. I'm going to do an episode on what I'm watching, what I'm reading. I'm going to do a proper book review. Maybe 2 book reviews. There are 2 books. One I have on pre-order and one I'm looking at right now. The one I'm looking at, not to be mysterious, is, Everything Fat Loss, a definitive no bullsh guide by Ben Carpenter. I don't usually buy physical books, but I had to with this because for fitness and finance books, I just need to hold it in my hands. I need to see the charts. I don't want to like be clicking over to a PDF, and I don't like listening to a description of the chart. I just want to see it in my hands. It's an excellent book so far. I'm not done. I'm not even halfway done, but if you're even remotely interested, go and check out, I'll put a link in the show notes. Check out this book. If you're even remotely interested in this topic and the data and the science, just the discussion, check it out. Pre-order Nalini Singh latest Side Changeling Trinity book is coming out. I'll put a link in the show notes. I've spoken about her series before and my love of paranormal romance. I might do a standalone book review for that. And I'm going to be chatting about webtoons. I've gotten into webtoons lately. It's literally an app, Webtoons app. I think it's owned by Naver, which is a Korean company, and the Webtoons, which is what it sounds like, the comics, the internet comics, the internet cartoons. Based on the ones I've seen so far, they have little to no Korean. There might be Korean handwriting like in the background, or they might use a Korean word, but they put the romanization of it, and they'll put a little asterisk and tell you what it means. But it might happen once or twice in a whole season or series. What else? And clickbait. I want to talk about clickbait fitness video titles. This is an episode I've been wanting to record for a long time. I actually have recorded it, but I haven't recorded an episode that hits everything that I want to say. I'm struggling to articulate it, and it's probably because I changed my mind, I guess, or I'm saying two things at the same time. So I want to talk about it because I have shared, and I will continue to share some workout videos that have a title that's like a little clickbaity. Spoiler alert, I share it because I've gotten results. Not necessarily the results advertised. You know, like I've said before, I've done Yuka Sagawa's Slim Arms 30-day challenge. I actually did it for 100 days, I think. I'm still doing it. I mean, I no longer do it every single day, if I ever did. I think maybe I started out doing it every day or anyway, now I do it once or twice a week for sure. And same thing with Emmy Wong's collarbone video. I really like that one. Both of those videos helped me a lot with my range of motion, with my shoulders, and I'm so much more stronger. So even though my results, you know what they say about cars, mileage may vary. I wasn't so much into the title, but I got results that weren't really advertised. Working out and fitness to me is a very funny thing. It depends, right? So when will you see results? When will you see the progress? Well, only God knows, and he ain't talking. It could be 14 days. It could be 14 months. I promise you though, all of these videos that I share, they're good. In my opinion, they're good. You're going to see some results. These instructors really know what they're talking about. My alarm just went off. I don't know if you could hear that. That's my sign to get up and move. It goes off every day at 5 p.m. Why? I don't know. Because I like to, because of my Fitbit, I like to take 250 steps every hour. Why did I set it for 5 p.m.? I don't know. I do these things. This alarm has been going off for like 2 years at 5 p.m. All right, that is my sign to end here. 18 freaking minutes. We're done. We're done. If you got this far, you are the MVP. Well, no. If you've listened to other podcast episodes, I've had a few that were longer than this. You're my MVP. I thank you. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast episode or any of my podcast episodes, please share with a friend or three. You can find all my podcast episodes at jodie.substack.com. That's joddie.substack.com. I really appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Sometimes I hit record and I have a plan like today and it kind of goes off the rails. And I thank you for sticking with me. I'm always trying to be better at this podcasting thing and a few other things in my life. And the only way to be better and get better is to do. So thanks for sticking with me while I do. Take care. Thanks for listening.